What's up, everybody? It is time for EverQuest playing. Today, we're doing more Sebilis at some point. But first, I'm going to travel to the outpost in the over there because I need to find a spell. At least, I hope I can find a spell. I got some level 50 stuff that I can get there. It's a bit of a journey, but I've got time. Take me about probably 10 minutes to run over there, and then I can just gate back to Sebilis to meet my group. If you've been following along, these Saturday morning, Sunday morning sessions are multi-streamed with Kel the Reaver, as well as our friends Helena, Nim, Devaris, as we continue the adventures. Maduros sometimes joins us, but I think he's been busy recently doing camping with his wife, which is way more important than a video game. Honestly, if I could go camping on the weekends, I would not be playing EverQuest. Fair point. I would not, but I don't have anywhere to go camping around here, and Chris and I are super busy with stuff, so I stay home. We have cats right now, baby kittens that are taking up lots of our time. Speaking of which, we are going on Monday morning. Yes, Monday morning. Today and tomorrow, I'm finalizing my estimates for the materials that we need to buy to build the cat structures. The rescue cat shelter outside, as well as the chicken coop. We're going to be buying the lumber for all of that on Monday, and then as soon as that gets delivered, I get to start the project, which is being built by hand. So it's going to be hand saws, hammers, and nails, which I've not done in a very, very, very long time. So yeah. Can you hear the chickens out there? All right, I can close down some of this stuff. I have to admit, I haven't made this run since the game was live years ago. So how do I get... Oh, it's just a straight shot, right? I'm going across to the over there. Nothing should be able to attack me here, so... Or, I mean, nothing should be able to kill me here. I am a level 49 shaman, and I don't think there's anything in these zones that can kill me. But we'll see. I get to run across the zone. Today is an EverQuest day, playing EverQuest 1 until 10 o'clock, and then we'll be back at 2 p.m. to play EverQuest 2 for a few hours with Nathan Napalm. I just watched the second episode of Rings of Power a little while ago. I'll be having that review out tomorrow morning, so stay tuned for that. More Warcraft coming next week, more Warcraft videos. We are ramping up production. We're well over 150 members now. The guild is growing rapidly. Can't wait. That might not have been a good decision. Oh man, I didn't realize there was a ravine here. How do I get out of here? Probably swimming down, apparently. I didn't know. Yay, I can get out right here. And continue on to the over there zone line. The exiles are ready to attack. The exile. Oop, stuck on a tree. Excuse me. Let's go, puppy. And now we're going to the outpost. Which you also need to look up. Because the person I need is called Mystic Goharko. No, hang on. Look at the wrong one. Kuglaz Grot. Kuglaz Grot. Alright, the outpost is way over there. Yeah, JJ, my review for the first episode's already out, if you would give that a look, if you didn't get a chance to already. And then I just watched the second episode this morning with my coffee. So from 5 to 6, that's what I watched this morning. Was the second episode. I took my show notes, and then after the stream today, I'm going to be reviewing the second episode, and that my review will be up on YouTube tomorrow morning um, for everybody. It's entertaining. I'm not gonna lie. Like I told everybody, I did those 30 videos, 32, 30, however many rant videos I did, was me just poking at the lore, right? But I always said in all of the episodes, I'm waiting to give my review until the episodes are out, and I will give it a fair shake. I'll give credit where credit was due. And even though I gave episode one a 6 out of 10. The only reason I gave it a 6 out of 10, because here's the thing, I still liked it. It was still a good episode. Um, The reason I gave it a 6 out of 10 is because I have issues with a lot of the lore. I don't have an issue with the music, the VFX, the costumes, the acting. All of that's really good. It's some of the lore stuff that bothers me. And the other thing that took away from it for me, there's some really bad cliches in the writing. Like some of the writing, it tries way too hard to be Tolkien instead of just embracing its own thing. And it is what it is. Episode 2 I just watched, again, probably a 7 out of 10. I think it's better than the first episode. It's 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 entertaining. Not gonna lie. And if I was able to strip away the lore component, I would give episode 1 an 8 out of 10, and I would give episode 2 a 9 out of 10. Like there's some really good stuff going up. The lore component for me, it's going to skew my view because I'm biased. And I recognize that bias, and I make sure that the reviews support the fact that I'm biased, and that way people don't. Ooh, that golem! I didn't realize there was golems here. Where's the? Are things gonna kill me inside the outpost? A dragoon's gonna kill me? Do I have to get? I thought I could buy my spells here. Hold up. Wait a minute. Kuglaz Grot. I don't even see him on the. Man, these guys are all KOS. I thought for sure the outpost was. I didn't realize I was KOS to the outpost. What the hell? Well, hell, I guess I'm not getting my spells there. Well, alrighty then. I'm gonna have to ask Helena today. Hmm. Yeah, the second episode was definitely an improvement. Sorry to get sidetracked there. I'm liking it. I'm liking it, and Chris hasn't even watched it yet. We still have to finish the Sandman. My Chris can't do more than one episode, more than one show at a time, because she complains that she gets confused and lost about things for watching too many shows. So we just do one at a time these days. Um, so we have two more episodes to finish up with the Sandman, which we're going to be doing tonight. And then today and tonight, she'll be finishing up Sandman. And once we're finished with Sandman, she's going to watch the first two episodes between now and next week, and then we'll be caught up. But episode 1, I give it a 6 out of 10. Episode 2, I would give it a 7 or 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. Like, I need to think more about my review, but it's good. Yes, so my wife is in the same boat. She's never read the books. And same thing with Wheel of Time. She never read the Wheel of Time books, and she loved the Wheel of Time show, whereas I hated the Wheel of Time show. I was nervous about the Rings of Power show, and I'm actually enjoying it. I think it's way better than. And I know I'm losing followers on YouTube because there's people who are like, "You promised, you told us you were gonna hate it, and you're liking it, and you're a traitor." And it's like I never said I was gonna hate the show. I ranted about the lore components for many months, and I'm still in my review videos ranting about the lore components. That's not changing. Yeah, I gave the overall Wheel of Time series like a 2 out of 10, and Chris gave it an 8.5. Like she really, really liked it. Um, and I was like, no. The devil made me do it. See, I didn't have anything. I didn't have anything against Game of Thrones, and this is really interesting to me because last night my brother and I had a meeting um, to have a. We had to get up to speed and get our stand up, which actually I need to remember to upload to YouTube today to publish for all our Patreon folks. Um, I just saw Davaros casting a spell. Why don't I see him around me? Davaros, join the group. Um, Game of Thrones. So my brother and his wife are finally catching up on Game of Thrones. They're literally 2 episodes away from the grand
What?
finale. The last 2 episodes of the final
Is
season.
that you?
Huh?
Daddy? Is that you?
Get back! Get out of bed, son.
Time
Burning
out,
daylight.
Dad.
Burning daylight.
Stop
Um,
bugging me.
they I liked the finale of Game of Thrones. I didn't have anything against it. And I know a lot of people are like, no, Khaleesi, no. And I was like, that's what all
Oh my
consuming
gosh.
power does to you. It turns you into a corrupt individual. You've been told your whole life you're going to be this
Football
promised one,
Saturday. I
and
got a mow
you go
lawn.
to believe it, and you turn out to be a bad person. It happens. Not everyone's going to be light and fuzzies.
Don't really
Um,
have anywhere to get spells yet.
but I'm waiting for my brother to watch the last 2 episodes so I can hear his take on
Did you say you had trouble with
the
spells?
genocide. Yeah, so I just ran to the outpost because supposedly that's where I get some of my level 50 plus spells for Kunark. They're all KOS to me. I thought because I was an evil race, I was able to go to the outpost,
Right.
and I can't. So I don't know how I'm gonna get my 50 plus spells. Like,
What
um,
you're in, I don't I don't know if it's actually an evil character you get them from, but you can always take your other 50s and go get it if they sell it to anybody.
yeah, I'll have to check the list and see because I was just assuming I could go to the outpost since it's right here and we're all Ixar. But I ran over there and everything is KOS to me, and I was like, oh, I didn't know that was gonna happen.
Oh, you running your EQ2 group today too?
Yeah, I believe so.
All right,
I haven't heard otherwise. So,
awesome.
um,
Yeah, my Ranger's I think 35 or so. I think you guys are in your early 30s, so that should be good. I got a 50 already. 50 in 6 days.
yeah, it goes quick.
It does go quick, especially in the dang dungeons.
Melkor says, I think the stuff in Karnar's castles on the Venerable Sather faction, which is what the outpost is. So we might have fucked our faction over there. That's true. I wonder if our charisma spell will help faction, or is you're just KOS no matter what. I don't know.
Oh, that could be a problem. I don't want to be low on food. I may have to go back to home city, get some food.
Oh, I'm low on food too. But I have plenty of water.
I
I
don't
can
know if I think
summon.
I was just getting ready to say I think I could summon food. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it yet. Yeah, but it's this final season of Game of Thrones did feel rushed.
Oh, dirt.
Yeah, probably he could cast an illusion on me. We'll see. I'm
Run.
not too stressed about it at the moment. Because technically, I still have another. I don't have to worry about till 50, and I'm still a ways away from 50. I might get 50 today, maybe.
There's the. Oh God, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, what is the tortured wraith?
Yep, I'm dead. Shit.
Looks like I can also buy it in Firiona Vi, so I may just end up going to Firiona Vi and buying things with one of my other characters, and then just mail it to myself. Mm-hmm.
Gross. Exactly. Wonder if Clicky Stick Woman would give me a res.
Click. Click that stick. Well, I doubt she'd be willing to do a beard pole dance with it.
Hmm.
All right. Svartharda has an invite. I'm going to duck out. I'll be right back.
Alright, res hat. I think I'm gonna bolt out and get some food. Let's see.
right, I'm back.
Welcome.
I've got proper junk food for breakfast. Cold pizza. Mm.
I've got that in the fridge. I was debating.
Well, this is actually, it's still a little, it's kind of frozen still because I pulled it out an hour ago and it hasn't completely thawed. And I said, you know what? It's not too frozen to eat. I'm gonna nom on it. Kel, where are you, Kel?
After Katrina, I ate uh thawing pizza for a week. It felt like it was actually just a couple of days, but it's all we had. Mm.
Did you guys already zone in?
No, I'm back in there getting some stuff.
Okay. Sorry, I'm like
I'm
nomming on
I'm
pizza,
get
not paying attention.
I'm gating back right now.
I was already in.
Okay. That's my confusion then.
Well, I'm trying to run out now. Let's see if I make it.
God, don't kill yourself.
Yeah, we can zone into
Uh,
the entrance.
Yeah, it's not a problem. I have all the stuff. I'm fine.
well, I'm gonna go get some sausage real quick.
Mm-hmm. I got some sausage for you right here, baby.
You might want to give it back to whoever has it, whoever had it first.
Knew that had to come out.
I wanted to retract what I was saying, but I was already committed.
I also committed to that joke, sir. Perhaps overcommitted, as one might say. So Christina has been heating up the. We have like because we do a lot of chicken soups and stuff, and so she heats up the broth because it's in the fridge. So she'll take it out, heat it up, and then she uses that to like give the cats chicken broth and stuff. Well, now they're getting used to the microwave being a signal source for food. They were all outside. I stuck a cup of coffee in the microwave to nuke it really quick, heat it back up, and all the cats came running and started freaking out like meow 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 meow. There's nothing like 8 cats charging the house because they heard the microwave flip on. And now Chris just came in and they're all like begging her for food. And it's like, you just got food fed at like 5 o'clock this morning. You had food. All right, let's see here. Pizza's down. Time to buff. A tortured wraith. Aren't all wraiths tortured? Chop chop, Cal. I bet he slept past his alarm this morning. Was there a raid last night or something? Anybody know? Well, I know I didn't keep him up.
It was P99 and WoW, I think. He was going to make his character and bump it.
Maybe the WoW got him. The WoW bug kept him up till 3 o'clock in the morning.
God, I hope not.
It's all about portion control. Because I could totally go whole hog on World of Warcraft right now, but portion control. That was the big discussion we had last night. Was my wife? She's like, so since you're officially, making full-time income off of YouTube, does that mean everything you're doing with video games is a tax deduction this year? And I said, yep, that's the beautiful thing about being self-employed. All of my video games have now become tax write-offs. When the PS5, or excuse me, when the Xbox Series X is a tax deduction, you're in a good place.
Mm.
No,
Hmm.
Eugene, this does not look like World of Warcraft.
So here's a question.
Hmm.
If I am forced to run a club at school for the kids,
Okay.
and the club that I am assigned is called Trading Cards and Comics,
Uh-huh.
can I buy comics and trading cards and deduct them on my taxes?
Well, you're an employee of the school, so technically only the school would be able to do that because that doesn't
Oh, okay.
count. Yeah. If it was you running the club and it was part of your official, like if it was your company and you ran the club, that'd be different. But since it's the school,
Mm, they
they
have to buy them.
they could deduct it. Like they could buy those things and deduct those from taxes for sure.
Yep. Oh well.
It's a good train of thought, though.
Yeah. Well, I already told them I'm not probably doing too much of that anyway. I don't do trading cards or comics.
Yeah, I don't know anything about those, either one of those.
I know a lot about both, but I just don't like them at the moment. But what I can do is talk about that junk with the kids, and then I can play Dungeons and Dragons with them.
Yeah, there you
There you
go.
go. I think that's a fair trade.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there's the modules these days are so easy to play, and
Oh
it's a
yeah.
great introduction into things.
Yeah. I got all this stuff. Not a problem.
Especially the Adventures League, those 2-hour modules.
Hmm.
Mm. And the lady who set up all the clubs said she picked that one for me because that would attract my kind of kids.
Well, at least she knows you're kind.
She does.
She knows you're a nerd.
She does.
You've been branded, sir.
Mm.
Fuck off, Dad.
Well, what can we realistically do today? Because I don't know that if Kel's not going to be coming till later. I mean, can we just pull entry mobs?
Hmm.
At least do something for the next hour or so.
Yeah, it's not a problem. All you gotta do is go in and find some entry mobs.
I don't buff when we get
You better give
how
me my
much.
crack. Give me that crack. Crack, crack, crackety crack. Crackety crack, crack, crack.
I've been slacking.
Yeah, Rebecca, that's the thing. If his club has a budget, then that money can be used, but not your own.
I'm a teacher. I'm used to spending my own money.
Melkor doesn't need my stuff. It's just as in a wizard.
Okay.
Give you chloroplast, Melkor, help with the lich. Rebecca says, I wouldn't let my school rely on student personal computers for esports. Teacher Unity.
Yeah. We're not doing esports. My principal is sort of a technophobe.
Oh. It does. I mean, to some point it's amusing, but it's also concerning that we still have Luddites in 2022. You know, the world has moved on it's like some people refuse to accept. But it's
Yeah.
also it's not like it's unheard of because I remember years ago I had a project for a client when I was still freelancing full time as a writer, and I had to cover the rise of the threshing machine in
Uh huh.
England during the Industrial Revolution type
Okay.
stuff. And what was really amazing was it was seen as this massive threat to the seasonal harvest, the farmers or the work hands, I should say, the workers who traditionally made their income by
Absolutely.
doing that. And so this threshing machine comes along and starts
Mhm.
taking all their jobs away. And even though it was better for civilization as a whole, um, the hand to mouth component of the workers whose only jobs were to harvest the fields that got taken away, and there was decades of riots and these poor people essentially burning down the farms and burning down the buildings where these threshing machines were stored, trying to force the farmers to go back to relying on the manual labor component instead of relying upon technology to advance the farming industry. Of course, the threshing machine at the end of the day won out because it is able to produce, they could thresh hundreds of times more wheat per day than human hands. But I've always found that to be a really poignant example of how anytime there's a technological advancement in society, there's always going to be a component that resists it because no, it's taking away jobs, or no, it's ruining my livelihood. And those are valid reasons, like valid feelings, I should say. But at the same time, you can't stop progress. Like you can't.
Mm. Yeah. But to be fair, the English uh, labor market revolts every 50 years anyway.
It's true. This is true.
They would have found some other reason. For good cause. There's always abuse.
Hmm.
But
I grew up in a non-union environment. Um
hmm,
and I always looked at that, and it was growing up understanding and hearing my grandfather and my uncles and my dad talk about why it's so important that we're not part of a union. It's more, it's so important that we're independent and all this other stuff. But then as an adult, I looked at unions and I said, I understand their point of view, but I also look at the unions and go, there's a lot of benefits that I saw from a union that I would have loved to have had given the time that I spent in the industry. I could have had a pension, I could have had better benefits. As an example, when I had congestive lung failure at 22, that was a directly work related issue from concrete dust over the years being inhaled because we weren't following safety protocols because we were never taught safety protocols. And so I never knew about, you know, that this you should wear a mask when you do this and you should do this, that, and the other because, my uncle was always sitting there chain smoking 3 packs of cigarettes a day with a cup wheel grinder, calling us pussies if we didn't help, and it was like I saw the benefit as an adult of the unionization component, but I know unions also end up. A lot of people complain about unions because like unions never get anything done, and all they ever want to do is protest and riot. And I would say
oh
that
yeah,
from
I'm all
my,
about the protesting and riot. Let's do it.
I feel like every time they do that, we end up with better working conditions.
It's a thing.
Better benefits for workers.
Yeah. I also grew up in a non-union family and situation, but in high school we had a free free enterprise class,
Hmm.
and my teacher was explaining labor unions and how terrible they were to us. And my first thought was, I can't wait till I can join a labor union.
Yeah,
And then she explained socialism to us, and I was like, well, why aren't we doing that?
there's a lot of benefits.
Well, I was a terrible student. I always got the opposite of the message she was trying to push.
What is chewing you up so much?
Oh, probably dotted. I am dotted. Got a poison dot on me from the shaman.
Okay. Is there any way for me to dispel that?
Yeah, cure disease
I don't even see it
or
on
cure
you.
poison. It's about to fade.
All right,
You
I'm
got like
back.
2
Sorry.
seconds.
Yeah, I had to like chain heal you with 5 different heals.
Yeah. Yeah, the shamans in here will cast disease dots and poison dots.
Well, I'm
So,
not doing any mallow, so let me load up a.
I'm gonna take a pet here before long, but you don't have to mallow it. I was trying to take one of those knights the first time around, but we're attacking the larger.
If you could load cure poison, Melkor, and I'll get disease, because I have a level 48 abolish disease, and then you can just let us know what you've got, because that's going to be infinitely better than draining 50% of my mana for
mm-hmm,
5 heals. I was
mm-hmm.
just sitting there going, why? Because suddenly you weren't getting hit for the first few fights, and then we pulled that shaman, and it was like all of a sudden your health is dropping like 30% a tick.
Thing.
Rebecca says, sadly, my union has a written contract. I cannot strike, but I'm a county employee.
Yeah, we don't really get to strike either. We're teachers.
Mm.
But then one day we don't all show up. Something will happen. The bus drivers did that last year. They dropped off the kids at school and then they all didn't come back.
Ha!
It was relatively awesome.
I'm taking
We
the
were
knight.
okay. We were supposed to be angry, but I wasn't.
God, I'm so used to EQ2 right now. I'm having a hard time getting my muscle memory back.
What are you playing in EQ2?
I have a 50 Troubadour, 35 Ranger, 20 Wizard, and 5 Fury.
Okay, so the Fury is the only one that matters because the rest of them are all
Yeah.
All right,
really
Melkor.
high level.
Melkor, if you've only got a cure disease, go ahead and do that, and I'll load up the cure poison.
So, yeah, I've made up a couple of characters and leveled them up a bit. I made a druidy type character. They all have different names now.
Warden, Fury.
Yeah, those are one of them, and leveled it up to like 15 or something.
That's
It goes fast.
It does go fast, even on the TLP.
and they're
TLE.
having double experience weekend this weekend too.
Yeah, I
Mm.
made up a shaman last night and played with it. Leveled it up to 6. I try to not go too far past where killing you are with anything I might want to play. I didn't like the druid, so I just kept leveling it.
It depends on what you want out of a healer. They're freaking phenomenal.
Yeah, I can see it, but I have cleric made as well.
As long as it's not an Inquisitor, you'll drive yourself nuts.
Uh, I don't know what it. No, I think it's the other one,
The Templar.
Templar. Yeah, an erudite Templar, because that's what looks best.
Ah.
They don't look as good in EQ2 though. They look weird.
Yeah, I met a guy on our, and we leveled to fit. Well, we leveled to 50 together, and he has an Inquisitor. Oh my God, he screams about how slow the spells are.
Hmm.
I just saw your other
Is
comment,
he a high
Rebecca,
elf?
about being in post-secondary. It's
No,
wild
actually, he's Froglock.
Oh.
seeing non-union environments.
You
Yeah,
can
for
mitigate
sure.
some of that by playing a high elf because they get that boost to spell speed. Maybe I don't know. I'm just learning it.
Yeah, it's actually pretty fun. I'm kind of glad I got back into it.
It's okay. At the same time, I'm trying to level up my Shadow Knight, or my Death Knight, I should say, when I feel like it. On WoW.
I gotta make a character on there yet.
Well, well,
You got
probably
time.
the boosts are out yet.
Yeah, they are.
So, oh, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
out yesterday, I think.
I'm actually
Okay.
doing as soon as we wrap up here, I got to do my review of second episode of Rings of Power, and then I'm doing a review of the boosts and are they worth it or not?
Okay.
Which I think they are. I definitely think they are because if you've played the game 100 times, like the time it took me, and they have sped up the leveling considerably, but it took us 3 months. It's gonna be. We started in May 13th,
Mm.
and we're still only just now getting to level 60 with our static group characters.
Oh.
That is a massive time commitment. Now, granted, we're not playing every day, or we weren't.
Yeah.
We're probably getting about 10 hours a week in. So if you do the math on that, and extrapolate that out, it's 100 plus hours to get a character leveled up.
Oh.
And if you break the math down on that and you spend $50, you're getting your money's worth to do the boost for sure. If
But
if you've never leveled before, if you've never played it like I have, I've never played it, so it's enjoyable for me and my brother and like Nathan. But there are like I think Bounty Code I think just boosted a character last night because he's like yeah I can't be bothered to do this again and I think Kel boosted a character
no,
because
it's too damn boring to do it again.
yeah.
My wife is doing it, but I just can't do it. And she plays a rogue. Like that's like dreary, boring leveling. That's what she likes.
Hmm.
God, you guys got enough people. I may just skip out a while.
Well, I'm mostly interested in WoW because I might play with my wife.
Oh, that's by all
Yeah.
means, man. That's fantastic.
We keep saying we're gonna do it, and I always get bored and leave. It's always my fault.
No, that's totally understandable, Rebecca. Like the boost
It's
is
not my
there for
fault.
a
It's
reason.
Blizzard's fault for
I
making
don't
it
think there's
a terrible
anything wrong
game.
with using the boost.
The guy in EQ2, he had to go AFK because his wife's pregnant, and he had to go get her
Gross.
craving food, and
Yeah.
she played in his place.
Mm.
She was pretty good. She actually did really well.
Scourge is a disease, right?
It is.
Okay.
I am mallowed and scourged. This dude is coming. He's just walking slow.
Lord have mercy.
Oh my God, what the hell was that? Let the bodies hit the door. Let the bodies hit the door. I've got spazzy cats outside. Let the bodies hit the door.
Oh my God, my wife wanted to go to. Well, actually, we're going to Five Finger Death Punch.
Uh,
Not my genre, not my music,
uh,
but whatever makes her happy.
uh.
Oh, do you have? No,
Wait,
that's.
is your wife like 20 years younger than you?
No, actually, she's just about a few months younger than me.
Oh, okay.
See, I have the same amount of time, Rebecca. I actually have
Yeah,
more time to game as an adult than I did when I
Oh,
was younger.
evidently the
But,
pastor's daughter has a
um,
streak of hollering music in her.
it's there's so much other stuff to do. Netflix,
mm.
Hulu, PlayStation Plus, Xbox Game Pass, uh, you know,
I
Paramount
like some of
Plus,
that stuff. I
HBO
love
Plus.
Drowning
There's
Pool, but
all
I don't
these
know about those other
amazing
games.
television
I kind
shows,
of
and
like
then
Drowning
books I
Pool.
want to read, and
Yeah.
traveling that I want to do, and photography, and building construction projects. Like, I have
I'm just not
I
going to
have
go out of my
lots
way
of
for
free
it.
time.
No,
But
no.
the thing is,
I
as
don't
an
go out my way
adult,
for
I have a
anything
lot
anymore. I
more
haven't been to a concert
things that I
in
like to do. Whereas when I was younger, I
forever.
just liked video games, But at least as I've gotten older,
Not since they
my
Mighty
interests
Giants
have
game.
spread, and that's what
You know, I
that's
wonder
what
if we got a
pulls me
main
away
assist.
sometimes. I don't know what you're talking about. There's no such thing in this old-fashioned
Or
game that needs to get with the fucking program. And
and maybe a pet target so our tank's not confused looking at it.
Your tank is not very smart.
No, he's fine. Our tank's fine. I've never complained about your taking.
I have.
Just the way you look at my pet when there's no other mobs left.
Yeah, I do like killing things.
I thought it was more of a sexual thing than anything.
Nah, I have no desire to pee on frog eggs.
Oh God. Do I have FS1? I do. Sweet. Man, this is unlike Kel.
Yeah, maybe he was feeling bad last night, or
Yeah, could have
could have
been.
been an emergency with the wife. You never know.
Absolutely. I hope everything's okay for sure.
Yeah,
Might be basset time.
that's true.
What?
He's got rescue hounds, rescue bassets.
Oh.
Here he comes. Yep, there he is.
You don't suppose you could poke him and make him go a little faster?
No,
Oh,
no, sure
right.
can't. Put a second dot on him though. There he is. Mr. Friendly.
Oh, he tried to gate.
He did gate.
Oh, somebody gated. The shaman
It was
gated.
it sure did.
I wonder if that dot will get him. No, my dot just wore off. Is he gonna bring friends? We're all gonna die.
He's about to die. He's still got
Oh, there we go.
dots on him. Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah. In other words, more dots, more dots.
Oh, stop hitting me. I just want to sit down.
There we go.
Grats.
Grats, man. Awesome.
Is that your pet?
It is, yes. Sorry, I didn't key up for the sigh, but it was there. Got one on you, shaman popped right.
Yep. That means everybody else will be popping now. That's good news. He diseased me. Jerk.
Jerk.
All right, while this
Yeah.
dies, I need to duck my head out for just a second. I'll be right back.
All right, I'm gonna rebuff.
All right. That's back.
Welcome back.
I think everyone might have different opinions and different experiences, Mujin. I would have been happy to pay union dues growing up to get a pension, and but my environment was different. My dad did not do things by the book, and we did not have a matching 401k. We didn't have health insurance on us. He ran things very cutthroat and very, in today's standards, it would be considered illegal. But that's construction for you. Like most construction companies that are not union are not carrying 401ks in their employees. They're going to want you to have, they're going to cover work comp, but they're not going to cover insurance. Um, you're not getting looked after as an employee. You're getting worked as hard as possible for the least amount of pay possible to line the
That
pockets of the. Go ahead. I know you were gonna say something.
I was gonna say that's every employer here.
Correct. It's every employer, but I think the difference from my perspective is that had I been in a union environment, I would have been at least making a pension and had insurance to cover me when I was sick. And as a result, I
Uh,
ended up at 22 years of age with congestive lung failure in the hospital with a $60,000 hospital bill that I couldn't pay. I lost my apartment, I lost my Jeep, I had to claim bankruptcy at 23 years of age, and all of that could have been avoided had I been unionized and had insurance and coverage and everything else. Plus, after 20 years in the industry, I would have actually had a pension pay, coming in.
yeah,
So I'm definitely for unions
yeah.
because I would have been protected. I would have rights. I also had at one time because this is my dad. We got arguments. I got fired one time for a bullshit reason, so I went and claimed unemployment, and I got the unemployment, right. So I was getting paid unemployment. I was getting like $700 a month at the time. This was years ago. I got paid unemployment for 3 months, and my motherfucking dad took me to court over the unemployment, claiming that I didn't deserve it. And he presented this whole thing to the court. My dad took me to court over unemployment because he didn't want to pay unemployment.
Yeah.
All of that could have been solved had I been part of a union.
Yep.
Consequently, that's why I don't have a good I don't have a good relationship with my dad.
Yeah. No. I understand. Ugh. Can I get a Sal?
um, yeah, I
Working
can get it. I
along.
think I think I could do a Spirit of the Wolf in here.
Okay.
Movement, Spirit of the Wolf. Yep, I could totally cast it in here. Interesting.
Yeah. You can cast it inside now.
It
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
discriminate.
That's not enough. I don't want just one little knight. Oh, here we go. A wizard.
That's interesting,
Get
Rebecca,
nuking
for sure.
somebody.
Well, if your parents work the federal government, for sure, because federal government employees are very well protected with insurance and everything else. Get a job with a union and
Wizard
pension, get your health
person.
insurance, and you suck it up for 35 years. I think that's honestly, you know, it's they're not wrong. It's definitely better, I think, to be self-employed and be an entrepreneur if you can. But if you can't, I think unions are the better way to go because there are levels of protection there. And different unions are different, across the board. But I like look at the Hollywood Actors Guilds and the unions that revolve around the writers and um, the workers of the industry within the film industry, and those unions are constantly getting them better and better pay and better benefits and everything else over the years, so that it's not just the big Hollywood bigwigs getting paid, although they still make way more than anybody else.
Oh, hello there.
Huh.
Hey,
What's up, sleepyhead? How you doing?
I stayed up a little bit.
What'd you stay up late doing?
I was maybe, camping a key for a BP.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I am in favor of unions for video game developers because that's a market that gets
Well, it's good to
abused
have you, Sleeping
with
Beauty.
bullshit crunch issues and
I am on my
underpaid
way.
conditions, and yeah, the video game industry needs a union for sure.
Excellent.
You have a unicorn case, Mujin, where the company actually is doing the right thing. Not all companies, not all private companies will do that. My dad's company being the perfect example. So that's why we can talk about all the examples, because there's no one size fits all.
Eh, Pet broke.
Yep.
Shaman broke.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll
That's
give
the
that
Thank you.
shaman
that's
a
the
second.
thank you, Captain Obvious voice.
I'm
I
sorry.
didn't
I,
say
I
that.
I just enjoy pet breaks because I don't play
Oh,
a
you
pet class.
sadistic bastard.
Yeah.
No, it's all good, man. I appreciate it. I mean, occasionally I'll fall asleep. There's no doubt about it.
Well, it was actually kind of my fault because I was watching him and I was thinking, I hope he doesn't break right now because then I'm gonna have to try and taunt him off while I'm fighting this other mob.
Yeah, you did great. I appreciate it.
I didn't do nothing.
Well,
That's what I do.
you told me it broke.
Oh well.
I mean,
You weren't actually asleep. Yeah.
granted the one was beating on my face, but
Hmm. Shaman, shaman.
whew.
Do paladins get better in EQ2 as you level?
They're functional. They get a crap load of freaking hit points, and also the
Okay.
self heals are beneficial.
Okay. Because it was just so slow even compared to a cleric.
Yeah, it's kind of like trying to level a troubadour or something like that because the DPS is so low.
Oh. Get more.
Yeah, so I can blow stuff up with the ranger for days. I get the troubadour out there, and it's like I'm playing, you know, tickle monster with him.
I'd be happy to play Shadow Knight on there, but you guys locked me out of that. Gotta play a good guy.
I mean, you can group with bad guys and good guys.
Yeah, you come over to Frostfang Sea. It doesn't matter if you're bad.
Oh, can I? Okay.
You just can't do it with Necros and Warlocks. They can't go to Frostfang.
Really? I didn't know any of that.
Yeah, I tried to make a Warlock or tried to make a Necro, and I do not have the availability to go to Frostfang.
Hmm.
But anything else I think can go there.
Okay.
Haven't looked at a Dirge yet because that's the evil side of the Mystic stuff. So
Well,
I want to play a Necro really bad.
huh.
I played a Guardian for many years, Melkor. One of the classes that I played. I was the main tank and raid tank for about 7 years after the Warden.
In the last TLP, I played a Guardian. The Kaladin one, I think it was.
So I figured out the movement key thing. For some reason, my default settings got changed. I didn't change them, but they were changed to movement by the number keys. I had to just go in and set it back to default, and everything was fine. Weird.
Gross.
Definitely. Are you gonna pull any one of these four, or are you gonna take off?
I'm gonna go get some more.
All right. I mean, I'm fine.
Kill this wizard.
You're messing with me, aren't you, man?
Yeah.
You're killing me, Smalls.
You know, it's just my short attention span. I'd already forgotten about everybody else.
My monk and druid are en route.
Great.
You have invites sent.
I think I've got enough for a shared if I want to do it. Partial today, partial tomorrow.
Yeah, that'd be fine. I can only go till 10 at the most, so I've got about 2 hours max for me today. And probably moving forward, I'm going to be doing 7 to 10, and that's it. No more 7 to 11s, because I need to. I got to start building cat shelters and chicken coops and other shit. I got to go outside and do work.
Stop
I'm,
saying wow. Just teasing.
I may have to go to the gun show today. I think that's my
Now that's
uncle
a
had called
Oh,
me.
poor you.
yeah.
I feel bad for you.
Yeah, that's like going to the candy store for a kid. For me,
Yeah. I mean, it's fine, but I'm not an avid gun collector or anything.
I like my guns.
I like them fine. I
Coercer's
have,
pretty fun too.
a safe full and everything, but to me, it's like a toolbox. It's
Yeah,
not
exactly.
super exciting.
oh my god.
Except for single action revolvers, those are exciting.
Hang on, do you have something on you?
I look at my toolbox and get excited. Am I doing things wrong?
No, just different types of people.
I look at my gun safe and get really excited because things go boom.
I look at my swords and get excited.
I am a sword collector too. What kind of swords do you collect?
I don't collect very many, just ones that I would use. I have a
I
16th
think your typical
century
stuff like
cut and thrust sword and a 13th century war sword.
Nice.
Legitimate time frame, right?
Yeah,
13th century. Oh man, that's awesome. I'd like to see a picture of those actually.
yeah.
I collect katanas. I have pre-World War II era katanas, and
That's awesome.
my oldest one is one from that was made in 1826, according to the
Oh,
Smith's
okay.
marking.
Nice.
Neat.
Yeah, it's really cool. I love Japanese swords; they're great.
Nice.
I'm not. I have like a little cheap katana my mom got me when I was in just out of high school or something, but I'm a European sword guy. So,
All right, I'm gonna
although
drop.
I would do want a scimitar one day or a tulwar actually more
I need to bio, so I'm gonna be AFK for a couple minutes here.
gross. And thanks for sharing.
Don't die.
Sharon's Karen.
Karen's rarely share.
Their attitude.
Oh, certainly that, I guess.
I had one of those the other day on my commute to work.
Yeah, I'm a
She's-
teacher. I see them all the time.
she swerved over into my lane in front of me, and I mean, literally was on her butt after she did that. I couldn't really get off of it, but
Yeah.
for a minute, she started hitting the windshield wipers and the spray,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and then she commenced to flipping me off.
I do
So
like when people do that to me when I'm on my motorcycle. That's nicest.
she went into a turning lane at a stoplight about a mile after that, and I was in the fast lane, and I came up there, and my finger was almost on her window all the way through.
Yeah.
And she started hopping up and down like nobody's business, like she's gonna jump out and do something.
Mm. Some woman in a Mercedes SUV pulled out right in front of me yesterday on my commute to work, tried to
Yeah,
kill me, which is a lot scarier on a motorcycle, but it was fine.
yeah. I own several motorcycles. I don't ride them anymore, but
Okay.
got I really got scared in Arkansas in the mountains, Ozark Mountains.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the deer are so freaking bad.
Yeah. They're not too bad here, so. Only thing I've almost run into out here is a possum. So,
Yeah, that. Then we got the morons that mow their lawns and then blow the clippings out into the road. That just
yeah,
ticks
oh,
me
yeah.
off to no end.
Yeah, we have that too. But to be
Grass
fair,
clippings got my brother one time. He was
yeah,
riding a motorcycle down the road, hit grass clippings, slid his face on concrete for about 15 feet.
uh,
Yeah,
well,
we
most
got
of
it.
my close calls have been my own fault. So,
I didn't
He's
really have many of those.
he's my adversary brother, so I have pictures of his face so I can remind him every time.
oh, seems fair.
Cheese grater mug. Well, I'm glad he's all right though. That's the main.
Yeah, unless he's a jerk.
He's a jerk. I wish he learned the lesson, but
Yeah,
he
very
has.
great you do. See if they can root me. Nope.
Oh, I am surprised.
Hmm. Oh, what kind of motorcycles you got?
I had a Yamaha Phaser.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that. That's a good bike.
It was a good bike. I'm glad I didn't buy its freaking dad though.
Well, Right now, all I have is my CV500F.
All right. Who dotted the wizard?
I
No.
did. That's how I pulled him.
I got you.
He just took too long to get here for some reason.
I actually looked at its dad, which was the VMAX 1200,
I
and
sat on one of those one time.
I took it for a ride, and it, I've been riding ever since I was probably about 8 years old.
Mm,
And when I cracked that down, it literally scared me. The
I'm
power
sure.
that was underneath that. So I went with the 750.
Well, I had a CV750 a couple of years ago, which I liked, but I just got tired of rebuilding the carburetors and everything. So
I miss them, to be honest.
carburetors?
No, bikes, period.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't miss carburetors. No, I don't think I've ever missed carburetors.
Mm. I I miss the feeling of riding a bike with the carburetor, but I don't miss the maintenance. No.
Well, that's got my buff bar up, so I'm not getting screamed at. Sensitive today.
That's
Hey,
fancy,
we'll
Cal.
go easy on you.
No, you won't. Don't lie to me, man.
Isn't it? I picked it up in Fear the other night.
Yeah,
What's that?
you got a new shirt.
I'm gonna start medding up towards a rebuff cycle here in a few minutes because about 5 minutes left. So
Funny though, the chess piece is actually best in slot until Lucian.
Okay. Does it look like a robe?
Nope.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Yep.
more titty straps.
More titty straps. Lizard titty straps.
Oh, I'm so turned on right now.
It's just a reptilian.
Oh, weirdly aroused.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I was watching a commercial. Nothing about the lizard.
Gone wild. We know what commercials you're watching.
It was a Heineken commercial, damn it.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
Slapping the buffs back up. Coming group resist magic. Crack. And melee crack.
Now that Kel's here, we can go a little further in. We don't have to just pull these entrance bombs.
Sure.
I don't
We
know.
can
I'm pretty
text you
lazy
when we
this
get.
morning.
Good thing I'm the one running around then.
What's up, Crinkle? Good morning. I can do my commercial stuff right now, ladies and gentlemen. If it's your first time tuning in, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon if you like what you hear today. And don't forget, this channel is entirely community supported. I am into my 4th month as a full-time content creator, thanks to folks like you who watch and do super chats and stickers, as well as memberships. So if you don't know how that works and you're a first-time viewer, you can join as a member of the Adventurers Guild down there. There's a button that says join. It's $2.99 a month. You can also gift memberships to other people. We do member videos on Saturdays. You can also do super chats and stickers, which work as donations. There's a button down there in the chat box which has a $sign on it, and you can use the pre-programmed amounts, or you can plug your own amount in and do what you want. We've got some live stream antics above, which changed last night after Vowelist made some suggestions. So feel free to contribute what you
Should we
can,
follow?
if you can.
Yep.
Yeah, let's go.
Thanks for tuning in. If you want to join our community, links to the
Getting bored
Discord
sitting
are
in the same
down
spot.
below. We also have a Patreon page dedicated to our 5th edition tabletop setting and our point and click adventure game over at patreon.com/wandering hermits. You can check that out as well. And our primary guild right now is World of Warcraft. We're on the Pagel server playing classic Wrath of the Lich King every Wednesday night, Thursday night, as well as Wednesday, Thursday, Friday mornings. You can come join us, and we are ramping up for raids and beyond, so hopefully we'll see you there as well.
Mm.
Get pretty big pull.
Yeah, it's gonna be at least 3. Count 4. Too bad we don't have a chanter to do like a low pull or something.
We do, but we can pull it. I mean, do you have an
I
enchanter
got
that
it.
can mez?
You did just
I got it.
remind me to do something unprompted.
There it is, 4. Oh, you made Kelscale the puller.
Yay!
I'm getting the one in the back that's casting.
Yeah.
Oh man, that coffee is not working this morning.
At this point, oh, the shaman.
That was one of my turn-in spells.
What's very interesting to me as I continue to see the comments roll in over the Rings of Power stuff is that the only complaints that I'm truly seeing, which are the lore-based complaints, right? And the lore-based complaints that I seem to see the most of are people who have read the Silmarillion and are upset that events from the Silmarillion are not being shown or talked about in the show. But they don't have the rights to the Silmarillion, so they can't talk about or address things like the kinslaying and, you know,
The Cimarrones.
yeah, the Cimarrones. And I mean, they did mention the Cimarrones because they were mentioned in the appendices, but they can't talk about the greater components of it. Like I had somebody who just left this huge ranty comment about how, Elrond and Galadriel and Celebrimbor have these deep histories, right? And yet they seem to not be addressing them when they're having conversations with each other, like Galadriel, telling Elrond, "You've not seen the things I've seen," and he responds, "I've seen enough." And people are saying, "Yeah, he was there. His parents were killed during the kinslaying, and he participated in this, that battle, and the other." Yes, but only in the Silmarillion, and they can't touch that. So they have to. Their version of Elrond can only address things that happened in the appendices of the Lord of the Rings.
I'm sorry, they don't get a pass for that. They should have negotiated a better deal.
I don't know that it's a negotiable thing is the issue. It very may well be that in
Then they should have made a not Tolkien series.
don't disagree with you on that point at all. But in the scope of what they're working on, they can only work with what they have. Not defending it, I'm saying that's the facts, and I think a lot of people are missing those facts.
I think people understand it. They're just unhappy because it's not what they wanted.
Right. And I mean, honestly, it would have been great if Christopher Tolkien would have sold the rights to the Silmarillion, but for some reason, he never did. And it also, curiously enough, like he passed, several years ago now, and it makes me wonder if he was the one holding it back, then why didn't Amazon immediately turn around and say, "Hey, Chris is dead. You guys sold us these rights for $250 million. Why don't you just give us the Silmarillion for an additional 150 and we'll call it good?" It makes me wonder if there aren't things in the will and testament handed down from Tolkien, from J.R. Tolkien to Christopher Tolkien, and from Christopher Tolkien and beyond that block the Tolkien estate from actually doing anything with the Silmarillion for a set amount of years.
Well, maybe.
That's why I like Stephen
I
King and Neil Gaiman because they're
yeah,
happy to do adaptations, but they're involved in the adaptations.
yeah. I watched your video yesterday, and my only exception with anything you said was that Jackson's interpretations of the books were universally beloved. That's not true. It's not universal. I hate those movies.
Um, all right, that's a fair assessment. When I use the term "universally beloved," we're talking about from a global standpoint, they won more awards than pretty much every other film that has ever aired. And so,
They
whether,
won a lot of awards,
yeah, so yeah, you might not have personally
but
liked them,
I
but
well, I would say that you said that the changes were universally beloved in your video, and I would say the changes were not universally beloved.
okay, that's fair.
I think most people like the movies to some extent, but the fact that they cut out so much and left when they left out the Scouring the Shire, it actually changes the tone of the entire series. So
Yeah, and see, this is where we get into arguing semantics about different words.
But I did watch it. I gave it a chance.
Yeah, I watched it with my wife last night, and she really enjoyed it,
Oh
which I
yeah,
really enjoyed.
yeah,
So I'm gonna keep watching it.
yeah. Chris, I have no doubt. I watched the second episode this morning. I liked the second episode more than the first episode, and if I'm able to see that, then I have no doubt that she's gonna. I literally told her, I was like,
We
we got to hurry up and get through your last 2 episodes of Sandman today, babe, because I need you up to speed on this, because I got to review these episodes every week. Let's go, chop chop.
actually surprised you like the second one more.
Yeah, there was things I didn't care for, but I thought the overall. I'm looking at it objectively. I'm stripping the lore away from it. I'm trying to take myself out of the picture, and that's difficult to do because there are things done with the lore that I don't like. But I am trying to be objective about it as a show, and I felt that I'm gonna do my review after we wrap up the stream today and launch it tomorrow morning. But the story flow is there. Um, there were some good elements. Um, I actually loved the rock breaking scene.
That was awesome. Yeah,
Yeah, there's some really cool little things in there, and I like the actor behind Durin and the actor behind Elrond. I think those guys are leading the charge in terms of performances. Galadriel, she's doing a good job. I think that Gil-galad's a little over the top, but and the Harfoots are those two kids drive me batty. Like, but at the same time, it's like aren't hobbits supposed to be kind of quirky and funny and they're for the kids, right? Like Tolkien wrote the hobbits for kids. And so I'm trying to look at it from that perspective because Nori and Poppy's dialogue drives me nuts and like but it's for kids, you know. It's that's the way I'm trying to objectively look at it that way. And I'm really hoping that they don't try to make the stranger Gandalf like because the Firefly thing when he's whispering to the fireflies, the way he's holding the bugs and everything, I was like, that looks exactly like the Tower of Orthanc when he was whispering to the moth to call the eagles down. I'm just saying.
you
Excuse
can
me.
just run on in. It's pretty clear.
Okay. So what I watched the other day that surprised me that I enjoyed was that Sylvester Stallone superhero movie
Oh, where he's
on
like an
Amazon.
old.
Samaritan.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed it.
It
It
sounded
wasn't.
pretty good.
There was no surprises in it or anything, but it was just a solid story.
It looks entertaining.
Well,
That's all I really want out of a Sylvester
yeah,
Stallone movie.
pretty much. Yeah, I didn't go into it with big expectations. I expected it to be stupid and kind of cheesy. It suffers a little bit from cheap special effects, but other than that, it's okay.
I brought my wife to see The Expendables, and her reaction at the end of it was, "That was stupid." I'm like, "That's the point."
That is the point. It was like an 80s action film. It's supposed to be
Yeah.
stupid.
uh, yeah. Well, I'm
I'm
afraid that
rooted.
I'm a sucker. All you have to do is put Jet Li in a movie, and I'll go see it. I'm not picky.
He's a fantastic actor.
He is. Same thing with Chow Yun Fat. If you put Chow Yun Fat in a movie, I'll watch it. I don't even care what it is. Or Jackie Chan. I even watched 1912.
There's another one that's just as famous. What's his name?
Uh, the guy from Rogue One.
Ip Man.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
guy.
that's the guy. Yeah, guy played Ip Man.
Donnie. I can't remember his name now.
And I think it's Denny something.
Donnie Yen.
Donnie Yen.
That's what it is.
He's
Love
good
that
too.
guy.
Yeah. 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 Well, China's got a big acting community. It's not surprised they turn out some good actors.
Thanks for the heals.
Mm-hmm.
Pet break and a yellow golem were tearing me up.
Michelle Yeoh's a good actress too.
Her career has done very well over the last like 5, 6 years. She's in every freaking thing.
Yeah, and she's like 90 years old, and she looks like she's 30. Well, maybe not 30, but close to it. And that lady who's on The Mandalorian
Yes,
looks really
she's like
good too.
60. She's 62 or 63. I had
Yeah,
no idea she was that old. I was like,
no,
she looks like she's
oh,
35, 40. I'm like, man.
yeah, crazy.
It's funny going back and seeing her in the Street Fighter film with
Oh yeah.
Jean-Claude Van Damme. Oh man.
Oh yeah, those people are in that movie. For me, that movie only has one actor in it, Raul Julia.
Yeah.
He's so amazing in that movie.
Wasn't he in Tequila Sunrise with Kurt Russell and um
Probably.
God, now I'm gonna have to go look that up. Isn't it Tequila
Uh,
Sunrise is the name of that film?
yeah, there. I only watched it once, so hard to remember.
1988.
Yeah,
Raul Julia, yeah, he was totally in that film. He was like
yeah,
the narco dude.
yeah.
Mel Gibson, Kurt Russell. That's actually
Nothing better than watching somebody like him chew the scenery and something over the top.
Oh my God, room pops.
Just kill them all.
I haven't seen it in forever. I don't remember the lines, Maduros. I'm totally looking up Tequila Sunrise now because I haven't watched that in years.
Hmm.
So what's your plan this afternoon, Tavares?
Plan on EQ2 and
Very good.
I'm kind of sunk into that trap.
That's a trap.
I'm getting a little tired of that Frostfang Sea thing. How long does that go on?
About
Till
20,
a
20
while.
levels, 20, 22.
Yeah, it brings you 20 levels, but we can leave at any time to do dungeons.
Okay.
It's worth doing for the mount, but you can also earn plat through dungeons. You can go buy a mount for like 3 plat.
Yeah, it's really not expensive.
I mean, I don't mind doing it once. I certainly don't want to do it 3 or 4 times.
I actually didn't mind it.
Yeah.
All right, incoming crack. Yeah, I did it 3 times. Bang, bang, bang.
See, I
Repeating
thought
zones like that in World of Warcraft, where there's a linear story to the zone, but
could-
EverQuest 2, there's no linear story to a zone.
yeah, it's a little
Yeah,
different.
you're just wandering around doing crook. It's fine, especially with double XP. You can skip some of them.
Right,
you know.
right.
Yeah, well, double XP always makes me nervous for the first timers, but for people like me who have done it 100 times, it's like, yep, happy to do it. Let's go. Now I'm 50. Woohoo! Skipped like 3 weeks in one day. I thought Frostbank Sea was universally beloved.
I don't know. Maybe it is. I've never done it before, so.
Well, New Hollis is just, as far as its efficiency for everything, is brilliant. Crafting and everything else.
I was being somewhat sarcastic, but yes.
I didn't catch your sarcasm. Sorry.
Well, just because of the universally beloved comment earlier.
You know.
It has the best crafting line. It has the most expedient route, and the gear is better than anything you get anywhere else because they've never updated like the other starting zones. But it does get repetitive after you've done it a couple times. It's just like, ugh, again, I gotta save this little froglock kid, and
Right, right.
Yeah. Worst
Lord
part about it.
Blog Child.
yeah,
Worst part about it is the water tunnel, though.
yes. Oh, dude. So when Chris tried EverQuest 2 for the first time, she hated swimming so bad in World of Warcraft that when I chose a starter zone for her in EverQuest 2 because it was her second MMO experience, I literally skipped Frostfang because I knew that she would drown, and I skipped Kelethin because I knew that she'd fall out of the trees. So I went with the starter island, which is old school, but it's safe, and then we went straight to Kinos because it's all ground and easy to navigate. Because Nathan's video is a poignant reminder that my wife drowned in EverQuest.
Pretty excited. I'm going to be announcing a co-stream with my wife pretty soon.
Oh,
That is
what
Yeah.
game?
awesome.
What games, good sir?
World of Warcraft,
Oh
son.
yeah, baby!
Right.
When I get her to raid with us.
Oh
That's
yeah,
fantastic.
that is fantastic.
Now she's never played WoW before, so
Oh, well, this is interesting because Chris has told me that once we get the cat stuff under control, she's wanting to get back to playing on like Saturday or Sunday mornings. Don't worry, we've got time
The
though.
wife group. My wife's gonna play too.
Yeah.
So that's something.
Yeah, I'm gonna yell at my wife, see if she wants to play WoW, and I'm gonna get the fuck no right back.
She
That's
likes it better than I do.
that's what I've been getting for years, Tavares.
I
Finally showed her my analytics on Twitch, and I said you could be the difference, wife.
It's totally true. It's totally legit. That is a legit argument.
The whole new audience for me that I don't attract.
Everybody's waiting for the husband and wife fight. You
Oh,
got
that's
me
gonna-
killed.
That happens before the stream, during the stream, after the stream.
Watch your tone of voice when you talk to me.
Oh, that's gonna be a good one because she does have a problem with my tone at times. I'm gonna be like,
Oh.
you pulled all that. Gonna serve
So
me the divorce papers.
I totally got that on stream one time because I was getting a little frustrated, and because sometimes when you're trying to teach someone something and they're not learning it and you think it's easy, and you're in your mind going, "This is easy. Why aren't you figuring this out?" You have to remember that just different things are not easy for everybody, right? But sometimes the brain doesn't want to accept that because you're in the middle of something, and so you're like, and so my tone of voice got a little out of control one day when we were playing together, and she let me have it. And you've played these games for 20 years, and I've only tried them for the first time like 6 months ago. You need to just calm down. It's like fair
Yeah.
enough, fair enough.
I don't try and teach my wife anything anymore. I let her go learn them by herself.
Dad
You
started
trying
to
to
do
knock
that
up?
for me. I've been having them help me do repairs at my house for the past 2 years since I bought it. And now I asked him to come by this weekend. Instead, he sent me a video with a YouTube tutorial and said, if you need tools, come on down.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
I'm like, okay, Dad, enjoy your retirement.
Yep. That's an epic reply, though. Here's a
That's like-
YouTube tutorial. Good luck.
Like a Gran Torino response.
I said, but you're like an actual electrician. He's like, yeah, but you've been helping me with electrician work for 30 years. So
Figure it
you
out.
should be able to do it.
Yeah.
Oh Lord have mercy.
That's the one
I
thing
wanna
I
get-
won't.
Yeah, short story, I'm getting electrocuted. So
Yeah. I don't do electric work for that reason. I hate plumbing, but I'll do it. I won't
see,
do
I
electric.
prefer plumbing. You have me solder pipes, I'll do that all day long, happily.
Yep.
But when it comes to pulling wire,
I'm a big fan of freaking soldering pipes, man. Heat and metal.
I have to adjust my plumbing work because they're using all that PVC tubing now.
Siloflex.
Yeah, that
That
stuff.
stuff's awesome.
It is awesome. But I had to get a whole bunch of new tools. I don't love buying new tools. I do, but not for money.
That's why we hire plumbers.
Yeah, if they didn't cost like $300 an hour up here now, I would do that thing.
Yeah, they're over 150 an hour down here right now.
I love my own time more than I love money.
So that's an interesting. This is a disconnect Chris and I used to have when we were dating before she really understood what I do for a living. and there was always this, why don't you just do this? And what about why don't we just do it this way? And I'm like, because that way takes 7 hours of my time, and I could pay to have it only take 45 minutes,
Right.
but I have to pay a premium for that convenience.
Yep.
And there was a struggle bus moment. Um, it's not really a disagreement. It was just a lack of understanding about the value of time, or at least how I view the value of my time. Um, because I'm in that
Yep.
same boat of like, time is money, and time is my most valuable resource. I will happily pay someone to do something that I don't want to waste my time doing.
Yeah. Fortunately, my wife and I are on the same page about that
Yeah.
pretty much.
And honestly, the only reason I am building the chicken coop and the cat shelter, because I would happily pay the carpenter who did all of the stuff in our house. I would happily pay him money and help provide for him and his family. The only reason
Mhm.
I'm doing it is because I can get YouTube views out of it. That's the
Oh
only
yeah.
reason I'm choosing to doing it for myself, because it's content for the channels. Otherwise, I'd be fucking paying a carpenter to do that shit.
Yeah. That pretty much the only thing I do like that is, I mean, I'll do little things around the house, and I do my motorcycle maintenance, but that's things I enjoy doing. So, it's for me. It's
The the thing I hate doing the most, the absolute worst for me, is painting. I
yeah,
dread it.
Oh,
I
I
I
oh
dread
hate
man,
painting.
painting also.
I don't
I
know.
hate painting.
I don't mind painting. That's weird. Like, I actually enjoy,
See,
drink a little
I like
wine.
painting minis. I hate painting walls.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, it's very different.
Huh. I don't like doing any sort of like concrete work. But that's just because I
Well,
did
yeah,
ceramic
that's
tile for
Right,
20 some years, and it's like, I don't
right.
want to do this
concrete
anymore.
work is abuse.
Oh my goodness.
I am low on mana as an FYI here, so like group chloro when you can would be nice. Please.
Seems like I provide you buffs.
I did just get a group disease buff that I put on everybody.
Oh,
Disease resist, I should say.
Oh, thanks for summoning me, you prick. Over here minding my own business. Didn't even put a dot on him. Wanted a hug. Oh, for crying out loud.
I got some hollering going on in the other room. I'm gonna step out real quick and see what's going on.
Congrats.
Thank you.
That's 2 at once. Cool. Oh, I'm gonna die.
Ready?
It's all right. We're good now. Thanks.
All right, that was an emergency run back to the desk because I saw low red health bars. Are you good?
Yeah,
What?
we're good now.
What?
All right.
What are you talking about? I don't see any low ones.
I'm almost back.
Dad said.
Hmm.
That was literally Chris yelling because she's trying to cook, and all the kittens are being naughty.
I'm up on her head.
Yeah, she put 3 of them underneath the laundry basket.
Yep. Kittens.
Well, she was wanting to cook outside today, but
Mm.
it rained all last night, so all of our firewood's wet. So
Uh,
she's having to do it all inside. She's making. Uh, she made her own longanisa, which is like a type of chorizo sausage
uh-huh.
with ground beef, and then she did that with eggs. Right now she's roasting some chili poblanos. We're gonna have cheese, egg, and chorizo stuffed roasted peppers, which were supposed to happen over the wood fire, but they're getting cooked over propane.
What kind of peppers?
Poblano.
I don't know what that is.
Poblano.
Poblano. Poblano.
Mm.
They're delicious.
Oh, they
Is
are.
it?
They're not too spicy. They're big, 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 big.
Very savory taste to them when they're cooked.
Yep.
Not as gross as bell peppers, I hope.
Oh, I love bell.
You know what's
I love every
funny?
kind of pepper. So
I used to hate bell peppers when I was growing up, and as an adult, I freaking love them. Same thing with tomatoes. I hated tomatoes growing up, and as an adult, I just love tomatoes.
That's how I feel about mayonnaise.
yep. Tomatoes, mayonnaise, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt.
Yep.
That I have never done. I do tomatoes
Bananas,
with
mayonnaise,
olive
a
oil.
little bit of salted peanuts.
Well, if you
Olive
like
oil,
salty
interesting.
nuts. Yeah, just tomatoes with olive oil and some little bit of salt. That's it. And then if I don't do that, I'll do tomatoes with olive oil. I like any sort of tomato olive oil garlic combination with some cheese. Well, Technically, crinkled chili ancho is a different type of chili. A lot of times people will substitute poblano or chipotle for chili ancho. Tomatoes with gazebo room dressing.
Gazebo room.
That's what Maduros is suggesting in chat.
Never heard of that.
I haven't either.
Maduros.
Mm.
You gotta send us whatever the hell that is.
But I do like the Italian way of just like tomatoes with mozzarella and fresh bread, some olive oil. It's a
Yeah.
simple,
Oh,
delicious
caprese?
snack. Mm-hmm.
Little rubbed garlic on the bread. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, that I'm gonna have my wife do that today. Do some hearty
Cool.
bread, Roma tomatoes, and some mozzarella. Damn you.
Oops.
Ooh, I may need to have her get some aged balsamic too. Because I think I'm out. Behind you.
Yeah.
It's just me.
I'll have to do sashimi tonight then, if that's the case, because I really want sashimi bad.
I live in Mexico, crinkled. Chili ancho are not chili poblanos.
Uh-oh.
Wolfman.
There are some people who refer to chili anchos or chili poblanos in a dried format, but anchos are also another type of chili. So there may just be a colloquialism.
Football day, Kel.
What?
Who's ball?
Football day. Yep, this is the first full week of.
I made a conscious choice this year not to watch the NFL.
I made that about 5 years ago.
Yeah, I'm only going to be watching college football this year.
Yep.
Mm.
Iowa plays at 11 and Arkansas plays, I think, at 2:30.
Ooh, Arkansas, gross.
Well,
Fucker. Mother. That choked me up.
Well,
Well.
I mean,
the SEC needs somebody to be at the bottom every year too.
sorry that you like the Razorbacks. I really.
I'm an Iowa fan first, Razorback second.
Okay, fair enough.
I live in the state. The guy I work with, his wife, is best friends with Nolan Richardson, which was the head basketball coach for
Chili
Arkansas.
arbol is like one of
Only
my
won their
favorites.
one and
though.
only
It's
national championship.
Smoky, yummy. Any sort of salsa with chili arbol is gonna be good.
Yeah, this is probably my favorite weekend out of the year, though. First week.
Mm.
I have both my TVs set up so I can watch multiple games.
You get a pack regen when you get a sec, please.
Just a needy dude.
Wizard right here. LSU
Oh
fan.
my.
I have several people who are fans of Razorbacks sending me tells now.
Excellent. Woo pig suey.
How did you, Jonathan?
I mean, really,
He'd
and all,
hurt my soul a little bit though. He's like, "You're probably an Alabama fan."
oh my God. Well, I mean, I'd rather be an Alabama fan than an LSU fan any day of the week.
True enough. LSU fans are the worst. Try living next,
Non-fan.
try living next door to them. It's
Yeah,
even worse.
I know. I've got it here in
Yeah,
Arkansas.
I know. They're all over.
They're like roaches, man. I'm telling you.
One of my neighbors has a purple and gold mailbox.
That's obnoxious.
Yeah.
We had snow, and one of my neighbors, actually, it's 2 houses down. He had his car stuck, and I walked over there to help him, but I saw he had an LSU flag in his yard, and I said, "I can't help you."
Yeah.
And we all laughed, had a good time. We got him, finally got him out, but he thought it was nuts. I said, "Go get some towels, old towels." So we'll
Maduro's
throw them down.
just. Sorry,
Go
sorry. Go ahead. I did. There was. Sorry, sorry.
No,
Keep going. Keep going.
no, I told him to go get some old towels. We threw them down so he can get some traction.
Mm.
But go ahead, what Maduros?
I have
Because
a
I
I
missed
have a
Maduro.
bad I have a bad habit of like interjecting sometimes. Maduro's just dropped that salad dressing link in our group chat.
Yeah, so some kind of Greek dressing, huh?
Yeah, it sounds delicious.
I do love Greek dressing.
Oh, works great for London broils.
That's some kind of meat in it.
It is. It
Meat
used to be my
gross.
favorite cut because you can get a big chunk of it and
Yeah.
do fun stuff to it.
Yep.
It's good to be a meat eater. Let's just put it that way.
Eat
I like
meat.
to play with my food.
Oh Lord.
Oh my god, the kittens are going crazy in the other room. Chris must have. She's cooking something there. This is funny.
Oh my gosh, you dick.
Yeah.
Miss Maduros.
He's been doing a lot of camping on the weekends with his wife. Because he's got a huge contract throughout the week, so he only gets a little bit of time on the weekends. You guys see the picture he posted last week in general chat?
Did it was beautiful.
Oh
Yep.
man, I was talking about it this morning. I think it was this morning. I was saying that if I lived in an area where there was lots of camping opportunities, I would probably not be playing with you guys on Saturday mornings. Because I love
Mm.
camping, but
if there was camping here where it wasn't 90 degrees
Yes.
or 98 degrees.
Yes, that's the thing. I live in an area. There's lots of places we could go, but it's
Yeah.
95 degrees outside with like 75% humidity, and I don't find that to be enjoyable camping.
No.
And it's
no.
mosquitoes as well. So like every morning and every evening, you're gonna get eaten alive.
Yes. Like I like camping here in the winter, but not in the summer.
We haven't heard any bitching from this monk that keeps coming up, have we?
No. Faster DPS than them anyway. He tries to pull through the room and he just pulls into us.
Yeah, Maduro says he's working. He's working this morning. Bleed over from the work week.
Oh, that sucks, man.
It'll get better.
I probably should be working, but
I don't have any need to work today, tomorrow, or Monday.
Yep,
Oh,
I have
that's
all
right.
3 days off.
That's right. Monday's a
yeah,
holiday for all y'all.
I'm refusing. Yeah, it's fake Labor Day.
I'm doing lumber yard on Monday morning, so I get to go select a bunch of wood and pay a bunch of money and wait for delivery guys and all that good stuff.
Be right back. Things should be spawning in this room now.
There it is. 51.
What's up, Chris?
Congrats, man.
Which one? Everything okay with the kittens?
We need double XP every day.
Actually, you're getting
What's
more
up,
than double.
Lucas?
I know. Comes the scarab.
Commercial time! Thanks everybody for tuning in today. If you like what you see, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Forget that we are all playing EverQuest 2 this afternoon from 2 to 4 p.m. Central Time. Myself and Nathan Napalm, along with some friends. Tomorrow is more EverQuest 1 in the morning, followed by our tabletop tomorrow night. You can find more information about our tabletop stuff over at weaveandvoid.com or
Mez and the Wizard.
patreon.com/wandering hermits.
Okay.
Oh, he popped while you were gone. I was.
Oh, okay. The other wizard. All right.
This thing's not leaving me alone.
I'm trying to
Wizard.
get over there.
There
My pet's not leaving me alone.
I think we're good.
Rima's in the wizard.
That's fine.
And
Kel's what now?
Today, we're gonna be doing the Rings of Power season episode 2
Okay.
review. It's gonna be coming out tomorrow morning at about 9. Oh, did I just get cannibalized 3? Holy shit!
Yeah.
Sure did.
Nice.
Rad.
Nice.
I'll be out tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. So stay tuned for that. I'm also recording another World of Warcraft video today, talking about the Northrend boost packages, and we're gonna be starting to do a lot more World of Warcraft videos. Nathan and I are on the World of Warcraft freight train right now
Oh,
for content
okay, I'm
creation,
rooted.
so lots more coming in the pipeline
There's
here
the
on
wizard
YouTube.
right here. Yeah.
And don't forget, if you like what you see here today, you can do super chats and stickers. We have a super chat goal of $50 every stream.
Come to me.
Goes over there, contributes to our monthly goal. We're in a new month. We got a new goal. We have a $700 goal for the month, just like we do every month. Last 3 months, we did over $700 in June. We did $800 in July. We did $1,200 last month. So we've done really good thanks to the support of all of our community members. So thank you very much for your support. If you've never done a super chat before, there's a button down there in the chat area where you can contribute. You can also join as a member of the Adventurers Guild for $2.99 a month. And I just pushed the video live about 10 minutes ago for our members. So if you want to go read through Chapter 7 of Echoes of the Past, Book 1 in the Saga of Lucemia, that's out for members as of a little bit ago. I think one of the best parts about this camp is the fact that it pulls itself sometimes. Lucas.
Wait till we go to Chardock. We'll never need to pull again.
Yeah.
No, I think actually with the timing of this, we'll be able to do our latter half of our 50s in Valkators.
Farm some
What's a-
gems.
What's a Valkator? Is that over in
Velk's Lab in Velius.
Velius? I've never been to Velius, so that'll be fun.
Oh.
Lots of activities in Velius.
Oh yeah.
Lots of activities.
You can go ice skating. You can kill giants. You can kill dragons. You can get killed by giants and dragons. You can even kill dwarves if you'd like.
That's what my warrior is going to be doing.
You guys are gonna be killing little blue dwarves.
Well, apparently my guild's just going to be killing everything as much as possible: dragons, dwarves, and giants.
Oh, wow, that's a bold choice.
And so when you're killing the bosses, you get 750 faction out of a total of 2,000 faction in either direction. So you actually you get your faction pretty quick.
Gotcha. What's up, Lucas? Jumping up on Daddy's lap. Where were you this morning, dude? Your fur is like covered in dirt. He went out at like 5:15 and he just came back in, so he's been out exploring for the past few hours.
Yeah.
I think Monday, since it's going to be a holiday for me, might be a World of Warcraft day.
There you go. That's the spirit. That's the view, everybody. This is Lucas just jumping up on Daddy's lap and sharing his dirt.
What did you level up in World of Warcraft?
I am boosting a character.
Yeah, I know you're boosting. What did you boost?
It's a pally.
Pally. Okay.
I'm gonna switch in between tank and DPS spec as I'm leveling them up to 80, and then
Yeah.
once I get to 80, I'll probably raid with them as a healer.
Okay.
Because you can't have enough pallies in Wrath.
No, you cannot.
Hmm.
Who's a good boy, Lucas? Yes, you are. I talk funny to my kitties on stream.
Okay.
I'm one of those kind of people. Crazy cat dad. Did something just go running through our group?
I see your pet went over there.
Stop.
I-
Stop. Stop. Back. Back. I hope my pet didn't just pull a bunch of shit.
No.
No.
Okay.
It's just this one wizard. I got to get on the phone for a second, guys.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be off comms for a second.
Best part about this raid guild, Tavares, unless a monster's being killed, chat is silence.
Awesome. That's
I know.
awesome.
It's perfect.
All right, redoing buffs. Yeah, that would be ideal. We talked about that prior to going to Kinfolk, actually, a little bit. Yep. As long as I don't have to hear one dude's voice, I think I'll be fine.
All right, I'm back.
You okay to hold heals for a second, Kel?
Yeah.
I need to help Chris in the kitchen for a second. I'll be right back.
Shaman's got a dot on it, so not much I can do with it. Grab the knight back here.
Go, go, power, Ixar.
And Wood Elf and Dark Elf.
They don't count.
Hey, hey now.
That's just the hangers on monkeys.
Oh,
Wow, meat bags.
oh,
Oh my god, I think I've got to go. There's got to be something I need to do. Mow the lawn, wash the driveway. I don't know.
Eat some bananas.
Oh. I wish you could hear my middle finger pop on the extension. Eat some monkey. Eat some bananas. Bro.
I am down about 30 minutes though, as an FYI.
ooh.
I think that's the name right there, isn't it? Frogalock.
Osteri, yep.
That's our close dear friend, the Froglock Oscieri.
All right, trying to get some mana back. You.
All right, I gotta try to buff up here for med up for buffs. One more heal.
Oh, I've already got that. Right. Yeah.
All right, switching to the buff bar. Is the group? Can you do guild events now, Ross? Because I still couldn't do guild events last night. I checked. You could do normal events, but not the guild events. Because if we can do guild events, I'm gonna get the guild meeting on the calendar ASAP. All right, I'll check it later on this afternoon and get a guild event on the calendar for the guild meeting. Thanks for that, Ross. I appreciate it. Oh, hang on. You said yes. It's not giving me the guild event option. Well, possibly because you're not an officer or anything. I'll double check here in a bit. Sorry, I misread what you typed because it's on my phone and I was like, it's far away. But thank you for checking it regardless. I appreciate that. It was not working a couple nights ago. They did the hot fix and they completely pulled the guild option off the calendar. So I'm wondering if maybe the guild events are something that aren't working at the moment and they're going to patch them back in. Not sure. Do shamans ever get a group heal or not to Luklin?
Luklin, I believe, yeah.
Yes, sir. I hear you there. Copy that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That is a really nice paladin item.
Yeah.
Is that one doing a flyby?
Nah, the monk's invising and trying to pull through us. So if you see one starting to fly by, whack it.
That wizard was one he tried to pull through.
Yeah, he's invising and trying to pull mobs through.
How do they think that's ever gonna work?
I don't know.
Like they immediately add, like if there's somebody in the way in the middle of combat. Just like a noob, or
Yeah, probably just not a smart person.
Or just a jerk.
Why not a mix of both, right?
Yeah.
that wizard's dotted to hell and back, by the way. I didn't know
Yep.
if it was being tried to miss. I may have got a little over anxious with the dots.
Nope. We're killing them.
Insufficient mana to cast this spell.
My box account disconnected. I have to restart the system.
Hmm.
So, can someone who's more knowledgeable about Spelljammer help me out on something? Wizards of the Coast just released a press statement this morning,
Mm.
or yesterday, I guess. I'm just seeing it this morning, and they're like making these big apologies for offensive content in this most recent. And I don't know enough about Spelljammer.
What
So
could be
this
offensive?
So I'm gonna. This is what I'm assuming it is. It says, throughout the 50-year history of Dungeons and Dragons, some of the characters in the game have been monstrous and evil, using descriptions that are painfully reminiscent of how real-world groups have been and continue to be denigrated. We understand the urgency of changing how we work to better ensure a more inclusive game. Effective immediately, we will remove the offensive content about the Hadozi people in our digital versions, and will no longer be including these in future reprints. So, is this the same thing that they did when they like homogenized all the races because they said that it's racist if we have pros and cons for the races? You know what I mean? Because it used to be you would have negative stats if you were a dwarf. You know, everybody had a negative stat along with a positive stat, and they made this grand press statement that they were removing that because it was racism. Is this what this is related to?
I don't think so. That sounds like something cultural.
The Hadozi. I'm gonna look this
Yeah,
up.
I'm not familiar with them.
Oh, they were known as deck apes or winged deck apes or simian
Oh,
humanoids.
okay.
So, okay.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
I could see how certain groups might find the monkey terminology offensive, or it could be
Yep.
used in an offensive way.
Sure.
It says fans on social media pointed out parallels to the black experience with the history of slavery in the United States bar because the first Hazardides were timid mammals, and a wizard then trapped them and enslaved them with the intent of selling them to the highest bidder. And so they're saying that this was akin to the North American slave story. Okay. I was not aware of any of that. I'm literally learning this as I'm reading this stuff this morning.
Well, with 50 years of content, it would be hard for there not to be something.
Right. Well, I'm also every time I'm always curious when I see statements like that because a lot of the times I feel like there's just a knee-jerk reaction to brand everything as, you know, everything's woke, everything's racist, everything's this, that, or the other these days, and it's like I want to educate myself on these things.
All right, I'm back. Sorry, I had a phone call.
Welcome back.
Thank you. My alarm went off, so I'll try to get buffs up. It's hard to enchant while you're FaceTiming with your brother and sister-in-law. He's tailgating at the Iowa game, so he wanted to give me shit. Is what he wanted to do.
Just rub it in.
Yeah. Well, and then he also said in 2 weeks or whatever, come on up. He said, I've got tickets. I told him I was offended because it's a Nevada game.
Is
I'd
it
rather.
is
Huh?
it Drake University in Iowa?
Yeah, it's in Des Moines, sure.
Yeah. So my friend who graduated from Arkansas University with his PhD teaches at Drake.
Excellent.
So
Drake's actually it's really a nice university. Unfortunately, it was in a bad section of town for a lot of years.
wait, there's a bad section of town in Des Moines?
There is actually, yes.
Huh.
Yeah, I used to have to take employees home in that area over there, and it was basically a stop, drop, and roll, get out.
Mm.
There was high gang activity around there, but
Hard to imagine.
oh my god, I got the group resist magic.
Nice. Oh, speaking of which.
No, I mean I wasn't trying to cast. I was trying to cast my
Oh,
dash. Oh, come on, leave me alone. Yeah, Des Moines not Little Rock or Memphis, but it's back in the 80s, late 80s, early 90s, man. That area was tough.
Yeah.
that's apparently true
And I'm
in
trying to
some
make a quick
places.
time without
Only
having to
some
use a
places.
bio break, but it's getting close.
Yeah, I mean, I'm honestly after this pool, I could make it. I could go another few minutes. But yeah, I got max of like 5 minutes left.
I would consider that a victory over my elderly bladder.
Well, let's just call it after this kill.
And it won't be after this kill unless we're going to back.
Do what now?
Suker.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
We'll have to super.
Suko. I hear the blender going too, so I think I'm about wrapping up. Perfect time for breakfast. Oh.
What's that?
Oh.
Oh, the Death Shroud. Look at that.
That
Whoa.
actually might be an upgrade. That's definitely an upgrade for me. I'm gonna roll need on that.
How bad?
Does anybody else need it?
Yep.
Okay.
Probably about an upgrade for everybody,
Yeah,
actually, but
yeah.
I think it is. Yeah.
I'm not worried about it whatsoever. So
To the victor go the spoils.
all I know is Kelscale's freaking loot hacks on rubies is ridiculous.
You can see how many rubies my you see how many gems my warrior has. It's ridiculous. He has a little dragon sword. I have like 20,000 worth of plat and just gems that I've looted.
Jesus.
Kill the charmed.
If you would like, I'll go ahead and hide out and
I think tomorrow we might be able to graduate to ABC.
Yeah.
Probably so, actually. I mean, these are light blue for the most part in blue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If we were feeling randy, we could even go to the Myconids.
God, I feel sick. Yeah, they pat like shit. All right, boys and girls, have a good day. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
do the bio thing.
Thanks, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow.
I'll
Same
hit you
time,
up in
same
DMs,
place.
Tavares.
For EQ2 today.
Either EQ2 today. Well, EQ2 today is not going to work for me. EQ2 tomorrow, but I was thinking WoW on Monday if you're up for it.
Okay, let me see what I can get put up. I won't be available tomorrow afternoon. It's a Kingdom visit for LARP, so I'll definitely be there.
That's cool.
Yep. So all right, well I'll talk to you guys in a little bit.
Later.
Alright, see you guys. Alright, stream folks, where we at here? I'm gonna head out. I gotta do Rings of Power review for tomorrow morning for second episode. I gotta record World of Warcraft video. I have to do my analytics recording today for Monday, where we're going to be covering the last 3 months of full-time streaming, full-time content creation. We're going to dive into the analytics and the numbers on my YouTube channel. That'll take the place of Monday Musings 78. We'll be back this afternoon at 2 p.m. streaming with Nathan Napalm and some other folks in EverQuest 2. So hopefully we'll see you for that. Yeah. Anyway, thanks everybody for tuning in this morning. Onwards and upwards, new month, new goals. We got to raise $700 this month, so hopefully folks can contribute as we keep going. Don't forget, we also have the GoFundMe still going for the cats. So if you want to contribute to that, you can. We've got the first spaying happening, I think, on the 17th, which is next Saturday. 2 weeks away from today, we're going to get the 3 males are scheduled to be spayed on that day. Stay tuned. See you later. Don't forget to ask for guild invites if you need them in World of Warcraft and beyond. Have a good Saturday, everybody. Enjoy your weekend.